Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to All Signs. I'm going to be taking a look at the tarot cards for what may be happening for your sign for the ingress in Jupiter in Gemini. This is going to be exciting. Jupiter is debilitated in Gemini because it is furthest away from its actual sign that it rules, which is Sagittarius. Gemini is the opposite of Sagittarius. So while this can still be debilitating and not always work out in its best, highest vibration, it still can be beneficial if you just use it in the proper way. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and take a look at all signs, Aries through to Pisces. Make sure for the tarot, you're watching for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. But when it comes to just Jupiter ingressing in Gemini, you're always going to want to take a look at your rising sign first and foremost. So if you guys do want to book a personal reading with me, you can go ahead and visit my website at www.violettaalexis.com. Make sure that you subscribe if you have not, and make sure that you like, share, and comment. So let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your Jupiter and Gemini Ingress tarot video. Keep in mind that for the astrology, you're always going to want to look at your rising sign. But if you just want to look at general, you can check for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. So let's go ahead and take a look at your cards to see what's going to be happening for you. Show me what's happening for Aries during the Jupiter and Gemini transit. The Queen of Cups. The Ten of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles, the Magician. The Two of Wands. Give me one more. The Three of Swords. The Hierophant, the Three of Cups. Well, this can mean a few different things. For me, this is you guys potentially falling in love if you're not already in a relationship. But I will say that relationships or love in general, or dating, or if you're in a marriage or whatever, can be a little bit difficult at this time. Maybe some of you are traveling for work, or you're focusing on your education. And so it's a little hard to focus on love because you have so many responsibilities. But I definitely see this kind of push and pull between your finances and being more single-minded as opposed to actually focusing on your heart's desires. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be focusing on your heart's desires when it comes to your finances or when it comes to your education. But when it comes to matters of specific, like love, you could feel like that could be a little difficult just because you are doing so much, maybe when it comes to learning, when it comes to travel, when it comes to certain projects. Maybe for some of you, you're deciding to learn a new language or something like that. But there's something here that you're really putting the effort in when it comes to not only your love life, but also your sense of independence. So I see you guys being very focused. I see you guys taking on a lot of responsibility. However, I do see you guys actually achieving the things that you're setting out to achieve. And not only that, but with that Magician there and that Two of Wands, this to me, if you are learning something, if you are discovering something about yourself, if you're changing the way that you're thinking, which I believe that a lot of you are, you're letting go of an old paradigm or an old way that you used to think, or an old way that you used to communicate. And this is to be able to open new doors for you. So with that Magician and that Two of Wands, this makes me feel like whatever it is that you've been learning or whatever it is that you're educating yourself on, you're going to be able to open doors for yourself around things that you've never done before. This is most likely in regards to your talents, your gifts, your skills, your abilities. Maybe you're taking an online course. Maybe you're teaching a course. Maybe you're teaching something to other people. Maybe you're traveling, like I stated before. But to me, this is also about how much you can handle and how much you are taking on, and being considerate as well to, I believe, your mental health. So I think that there's a lot of like healing in regards to how you're thinking. There could also be like healing around like siblings or extended family members. And with that Three of Swords, I kind of want to, I also see you doing something in like a group setting with that Three of Cups and that Hierophant. This can be like learning about something in a group setting. This can be about like a spiritual or religious group that you, sorry, this lip gloss is making me look like, I got a freaking disease. I don't know what is going on there. So I kind of want to see that 3 of Swords. There could be some like legal paperwork that you guys are getting ready to do. The 7 of Swords with the 3 of Swords. The 6 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. This is interesting. There's a lot of sword energy, which isn't really surprising just because the 3rd house for my Aries risings, that's where Jupiter is going to be transiting, right? So for a lot of my Aries risings, this is already about your mentality and how you're thinking and needing to kind of go backwards a little bit and think more practically, think more logically, because there's something that has hurt you that has maybe change the way that you think. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes if we've been screwed over a lot or whatever, you know, we can tend to like you get really paranoid and then we're living in survival mode and you know, so just kind of be cautious with that. Your advice is house 8, influence, and don't let your past hold you back. So yeah, this is about change and transformation and what are you being influenced by? What kind of content are you consuming? Where's your head at, you know? And really taking a look at past things that have transpired in your life and see how that contributes to your way of thinking. So I would say like talking to a therapist or, you know, talking to somebody like a counselor or something like that could really be beneficial for you at this time. Okay. So thank you so much. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you guys can always book a personal reading with me at ViolettaAlexis.com. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Keep in mind for the astrology alone, just be taking a look at your rising sign. But if you just want to look at the general tarot, then you can also check your other placements as well, okay? I'm going to be taking a look at Jupiter that's ingressing into Gemini on May 25th. That's going to be transpiring for the better part of a year. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at ViolettaAlexis.com. So let's go ahead and take a look at your cards. What's going to be happening for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements when Jupiter goes into Gemini? We have the 6 of Swords. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the Devil. We have the Queen of Swords. Oh! And we have the Ace of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Wands and the Sign. Well, a lot of you are very optimistic, very confident during this Jupiter ingress into Gemini. You know, if you're a Taurus rising, this is obviously going to happen in your second whole sign house of Gemini, which can talk about your self-esteem. So I think that a lot of you, if there's some kind of competition that's going on at your work or just in life in general, I think that you guys are pretty confident enough to be able to win or to be able to get what it is that you want. Then we have the 6 of Swords, 2 of Cups, Ace of Wands in reverse, Devil, Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, not the worst thing in the world. A lot of you are going to be resolving some kind of long-standing debts. You know, you guys are going to be moving on from a lot of, you know, outstanding debts. Maybe there's something going on in regards to a partner's finances. Maybe they're relying on you. Maybe you're relying on them. Just because if you're a Taurus rising, especially, Jupiter does rule your 8th house of your partner's resources or other people's money. So this can be about paying off debts. This can be about paying off your taxes. This can be about, you know, you more so relying on a partner or relying on other people's money in order to keep it going. Now, keep in mind, Jupiter is obviously debilitated. Okay, so you may be feeling like, God, I really have, you know, a lot of money's coming in, but I have a lot of bills. You know, it can be a lot of things going on. I could definitely see you guys maybe spending some money on a significant other if you have one, or maybe you actually meet a lover at this time. Maybe you meet a lover on social media. You know, maybe you meet a lover at your work or while you're making money, or maybe you guys even go into business together. I'm not sure what that Ace of Wands in reverse is, so we're going to clarify. The Page of Wands. You're trying to get a new start on life, but it seems like something is delaying your progress. Why is the progress being delayed? Why is the progress being delayed? because of the Five of Wands. There could be some drama. There could be some conflict. There could be something going on that's keeping you from moving forward, that's keeping you stuck. Maybe it's a partner. Maybe a partner's holding you back, to be honest. But I don't think that's what it is. It could absolutely, could it be? Yes. Maybe it's debts that are holding you back, which is likely probably what it is. So what I want to say, when you do have the money, right, Taurus, when you do have the money, make sure that you're using your head and putting your money in the right direction is really what I want to say with that. And what's interesting to me is that after this, I feel like you guys are going to have some kind of new money-making opportunity. Maybe it's on social media for some of you. Maybe it's in regards to beauty. This is Venusian energy. Something in regards to maybe writing, or when it comes to your mind or something. I want to clarify. So it could be a new stream of income or a new job. Tell me about that devil energy. The Seven of Cups in reverse. You're starting to see things for what they are, okay? And I don't know if that's in regards to third-party situations potentially, right? Gemini can talk about twos, right? of something, but maybe it's a third party that you're having or you're dealing with during this time, or maybe you're just seeing the reality of some kind of long-standing issue that you've had. Maybe when it comes to self-esteem, maybe when it comes to how you relate to money, how you're budgeting. Maybe you're like, wow, I really need to get my shit together, and I need to get my head on my ass and make sure that I'm budgeting correctly, or talking to a financial advisor or somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about. So I feel like there's a little delay, like you're not able to quite go to the next step yet, and it's just because there are some debts or some other things that you're needing to pay off. But once that is over, I see some kind of new money-making opportunity, or during this financial time for you, there's some kind of money-making opportunity that you're going to be able to turn into something huge. Uranus, well, Uranus is in your sign, sacred space, and the energy is gaining momentum. Some of you are going to end up moving. Okay, I could see some of you moving with that Uranus in the sacred space. For others of you, I really feel like authenticity is going to be so important for you. I mean, it's going to be important for everybody with that Pluto in Aquarius, but also with Uranus in your sign, you're kind of the dispositor of what's going on with Pluto in Aquarius. So I really feel, and Taurus can represent like home, it can represent like real estate or whatever. So maybe some of you are needing to break free from an old home, or maybe you guys are, needing to figure out how to be more authentic to you, and maybe that's what's going to bring in more money. But whatever is going on, the energy is really speeding up for you during this year. It's going to happen really, really fast. Gemini is an air sign after all, and so I kind of want to say, like, buckle up and get ready, because you're about to break free, or needing to break free of some old habits or some old financial habits that you have, okay? So thank you so much, Taurus. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now. Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Keep in mind that for the astrology, you always want to check for the rising signs first, but for the tarot, you can check for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your Jupiter in Gemini tarot card prediction ingress for Jupiter in Gemini that is happening on May 25th, which is going to occur for the better part of a year. Keep in mind, you can always book with me at violettaalexis.com. So let's take a look at your cards. What's happening for Gemini during the Jupiter-Gemini transit from 2024 to 2025? The Five of Cups. I don't need all those. I'll take these, but I'm not taking all those. Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Strength. The Ace of Swords. And the Magician. What is possible is what I'm getting. The Chariot and the Page of Wands. Humble beginnings lead to great victories is what I'm getting here. There's some things that you've been harboring, some things that you've been carrying around, maybe in the better part of 2024, maybe even into 2025. But whatever the case is, this to me, especially with that Ace of Cups, makes me feel like, especially because Jupiter rules your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships, I could see that you are desiring a partnership. Maybe you have a couple of options for some of you. Okay, Geminis can talk about in twos. There can be a lot of partners desiring you, or you feeling you have a lot more options in regards to love, if that's the thing. For a lot of you, you could be succeeding through some kind of partnership, because Jupiter can also talk about your achievements. So I can see you guys really taking your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities and having a platform, or even giving another person a platform to be able to show their talents, gifts, skills, and abilities in some kind of way that's maybe even in the public eye. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be able to achieve at this time. Do I think that it's going to take work? Absolutely. It might also take some meddling when it comes to getting along with other people and being able to figure out who's in your circle and who's not, or who's right for you and who's not, especially when it comes to your public success. And for some of you, you can be maybe growing or doing something or learning something or doing something in regards to your public reputation. So maybe a lot of you guys have really been through the ringer when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, you know, and maybe you have something to say. Maybe you're going to be a relationship coach. You know, I don't know. There's something here where you're probably going to be very much known as like the someone who's able to give advice, someone who's very intellectual, someone who's very intelligent, something that, or someone that has something to offer the world. And I do want to say, like, something may start out as small, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a career change or whatever the thing is. And you may find that that humble beginning or that starting off small ends up really paying dividends in the end, or maybe something that you didn't expect ends up blowing up or something like that. Maybe you're creating content with a partner or something, and you and somebody go into business and it freaking blows up. You know, that doesn't mean it's not going to take hard work. You're going to have to bust your ass. I'm just saying, Jupiter ruling your 10th house of career and reputation and your achievements and your public standing, like, you're going to have to do what you're going to have to do in order to succeed. And it may even take another person coming in, and it could be some kind of love partner. But I do see love here. I do see partnership here. Now, for those of my Geminis that are already partnered, I see that maybe something from the past or some old standing issues that you and a partner had can be worked out through communication, through taking responsibility for your actions, etc. Tell me about that 5 of Cups. Tell me about that 5 of Cups, please. The 5 of Swords. Yeah, there could have been like manipulation, some backbiting. There could have been some talking, you know, people not keeping their promises, or people being vengeful or spiteful or something like that. But I see that all being cleared out. And for others of you where you've, you know, I'm not going to lie, where you've had a relationship where it's been kind of, right, you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision, right? Gemini can be about decisions. It's about needing to choose. And so you're going to have to decide, do I keep wanting to go along with this relationship, or do I want something new, with that Ace of Cups there? And either way, you're going to find love, but there are going to be lessons here, but it's going to teach you strength. It's going to teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet. And I feel like a lot of you are going to learn when it's necessary to say things and when it's just necessary to let shit go, you know, to be honest with you. But here, this is you. This is Gemini and Virgo. This is you standing in your power. This is you showing off your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, and potentially reaching some big level of success, changing your relationship status, you know, something when it comes to work or some kind of public reputation. Leo is your advice with memory and what you need to release. So there's something that you have to let go in order to hold on to the other thing. So what is that thing for you? It's telling you to be confident, be creative. Don't forget who you are. Maybe a childhood dream, something that you wanted in regards to a childhood dream can be possible now. But it doesn't mean that you don't have to do the work. Keep in mind that while Jupiter is very beneficial, Jupiter is debilitated in Gemini because it rules the opposite sign of Gemini, which is obviously Sagittarius. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. We're going to have to do the work. We're going to have to work a little bit harder. But if we do that, Jupiter's going to be like, okay, you're doing the thing that you need to do. I'm going to help you out. So be confident. Release the thing. You don't need the thing anymore. Whatever that thing is that's been holding you down or holding you back, you don't need that thing anymore. Okay? So I don't know what that is for you. So Gemini, thank you so much. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal tarot reading with me at www.violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your Jupiter and Gemini Ingress Tarot Predictions. That's starting on May 25th of 2024 and lasting for the better part of a year. If you were only here for the astrology, great. Make sure you're checking for your rising sign. If you're just here for the tarot, you can stick around if it's your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter placements. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com. So let's take a look at these cards. Show me what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for the Jupiter ingress in Gemini of this year to next. Show me Cancer, the 10 of Wands. So, you know, Cancer risings, keep in mind that, damn, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Well, I mean, that's not weird. For my Cancer risings, you know, Jupiter is going to be transiting your 12th house, which can talk about endings and completions and letting go. So let's see. Tell me more. Wow, 10, 10, 5, 5. Woo. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 10, 10, 10. Wow, how interesting. The Judgment. We have to go backwards to go forwards is what I heard. The 8 of Wands, the King of Wands. Excuse me. There's some big completions going on, you know, and it can be in regards to work. Can even be in regards to health. Okay, so for my Cancer risings, Jupiter transiting your 12th house of isolation, mental health, endings, healings, intuition, letting go, things that you don't see coming as well. And also Jupiter ruling your 9th house and your 6th house. I can definitely see you guys completing some cycle in your life that has to do with health. So if you've been having some health issues, I could see you guys maybe talking to somebody. Maybe you're looking at alternative methods to healing in some way, trying to complete that in your life. I could see you guys very much focused on religion or spirituality or philosophy, or doing a lot of work behind the scenes when it comes to your health. Maybe you are speaking to a mentor or some kind of guide, or maybe you're working on writing projects behind the scenes. Whatever the thing is, I feel like you're getting ready to complete it before Jupiter goes into your 1st house of self. This can also be about your physical body. So what is the mindset that you're needing to change right now? How do you need to think in order to get to the next level? What things do you have to clear out of your mind? What are the things that you've been holding on to that has stopped you from abundance? That has stopped you from getting in the gym and busting your ass and having the best body and the best health that you could possibly have? What has been in your way of thinking that you only deserve the bare minimum? What is in the way of the constant conflicts from the past that still haunt you? What's going on in regards to your mental health? What are the things that you keep secret, or for some of you that you don't even realize is still haunting you? What are those things? Because that is something that's kind of coming up. And Jupiter, while debilitated in Gemini, is still Jupiter. So you have to do the work. You have to do the inner work. You have to do the shadow work. You have to focus on the mental health. You have to work with a mentor or somebody behind the scenes. You have to work on the writing project behind the scenes if you're going to want to publish it, right? Maybe you're getting ready to publish something. Maybe there's something that you're writing. Whatever it is, there's a huge completion that's on its way. And that completion, that you taking accountability, 7 of Swords in reverse, you taking responsibility, the 10 of Wands, is what's going to help you get here. The 10 of Pentacles, that's like everything that you've ever wanted. But you have to do the work. You have to do the work. So in which ways are you sabotaging yourself? Which ways are you sabotaging yourself that is keeping you from the things that you truly want? Because that right there, that is where your dharma is. That's where your path is. Sorry, I don't know what that stutter was, honey. That's your path. but you have to get through this. So it's about taking accountability. It talks about taking responsibility, and sometimes it's just simply about taking responsibility for ourselves. Taking responsibility for the ways that we've disappointed ourselves, for the way that we self-sabotaged, for our addictions, our mental health. What is the thing that you have to take responsibility for, even if it's in regards to another person? You know, what is the thing? If some of you are dealing with any kind of legalities, I feel like you're going to, see that eventually dissipate. Okay? But I want to know what this judgment is. What's this judgment card? The Emperor. Yeah, we're needing to take responsibilities for the past, and we're needing to make better decisions based around how we think now. We can't keep holding on to these things, and sometimes they're subconscious, so they're really hard to pin down. Something you've been holding back for a while, you're now talking about. It's in regards to yourself. Maybe this is more of a focus on self. You're doing a lot of inner work. I see you having a victory as well in regards to your financial stuff. But some of you are going to end up maybe taking some time off of work to focus on your spirituality. You guys are going to be resting a lot more, sleeping a lot more. Mental health is going to be a big period, but it really is about you getting out of your own way and trusting your gut when it comes to things. And sometimes keeping things to yourself. Keeping things to yourself that you're working on is what I want to say as well. You have Libra, anomaly. Bring love into the situation, okay? I kind of want to say be fair to yourself. For some of you, there may be somebody that enters your life that feels like an anomaly, or that feels very rare, or feels too good to be true, or something like that. I don't want to say that it is too good to be true, but what I will say is there's something to learn from this person. Jupiter and Gemini are both about learning. But this to me is more about the big picture. I heard the devil's in the details. It's something about the bigger picture. You're definitely needing to find balance in your life. Being fair to yourself, only allowing love in. What's that anomaly card about? The King of Cups. There could be somebody that really understands you, or make relationships with people that are great listeners, or people that can really hear you, understand you. I do feel like there's something about love coming in. Some of you are going to fall in love with a teacher or a mentor, okay? Or there's some kind of karmic cycle that's happening with you and somebody else. Okay, so that's time. It's time for that to clear out, whatever that is. So thank you so much, Cancer. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a tarot reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Hello, Leos. How are you guys doing? If you're here just for the astrology, make sure that you're checking for your rising sign, which is going to be most accurate, secondarily your sun. If you're just here for the tarot and you're just here to enjoy the tarot predictions, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Okay, so, and if you guys also want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. So let's go ahead and take a look. What's going on for, what's going on for Leos for the Jupiter ingress into Gemini 2024 to 2025? The Queen of Cups in reverse. So keep in mind, Leo risings, if you're looking for your astrology, Jupiter is going to be transiting your 11th house. Jupiter loves being in the 11th house. Not so much. It doesn't like being in Gemini, but it does love being in the 11th house. So this is a really great transit, in my opinion. Jupiter does rule your 5th house. That's awesome. That's fun, joy, excitement, love, taking risks, dating, creativity, entrepreneurship. And Jupiter also rules your 8th house of crisis, of other people's money, of death, sex, taxes, change, transformation. So let's see here. And we have Temperance. Well, Temperance is Jupiter. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. I'm really getting like a bit of a suspicion when it comes to the people that you're working with, or when it comes to the people that you're surrounding yourself with. And, you know, if we're looking at your 8th house ruler, which is Jupiter, 8th house can definitely be, you know, it can sometimes be like paranoia. You know, you could be a little paranoid, right? It's a natural Plutonian house. So there can be some jealousies or some paranoia, something going on like that in regards to a friend group, or in regards to people that you're working with, people that you're going into business with. It can be a little bit of a sketched out vibe, so keep that in mind, because I also see that Queen of Cups in reverse here. So maybe you feel like you really can't trust somebody, and with that Page of Cups, I still think that there's a desire to open yourself up to love or dating if you're single or something like that. If you're already in a partnership, this can be some trust issues happening in regards to partnerships, either due to some external influences, due to some kind of social media, but keep in mind, it's still Jupiter. So the thing is that it's still going to turn out in your favor. You're still going to get something out of it, okay? It doesn't always have to be all doom and gloom. And like I said, Jupiter does great in the 11th house. I have that natally. It's great. What I will say is that you could be really feeling like you don't know who to trust when it comes to your friends. You know, it can also be maybe, maybe you figure out who your true friends are. Something is revealed to you, you know, maybe they try to go for somebody that you're dating and you really see who your friends are and you're like, wow, that was stupid, but you're the one that's having the victory here. So it's like, you know, maybe that's the case, but I mean, did it or did it not show you who's really there for you and who's not? And to me, that's a gift, you know, as crappy as it is. But for a lot of you, I do see maybe you falling in love with a friend if you're single, okay? There can be love found through friendships, through social media, through like-minded groups or communities or something like that. For some of you, I could see you planting new seeds when it comes to some kind of creative group, or when it comes to maybe learning about finances with other people, something to help get you out of a stuck situation. I do kind of want to see that 8 of Swords. All right, it wanted to give me 2. The Devil is at the bottom of the deck. The 7 of Cups and the Lovers. Yeah, it's helping you see people clearly is really what I want to say. It's helping you see who's worth putting the time and the energy into, or who's worth going into business with, who's worth dating. Is this person really for me? You know, so I definitely feel like Jupiter is going to help you change and transform the people that you're surrounding yourself with based upon this new person that you're kind of becoming. And I think that's all very positive in my personal opinion. A lot of change and transformation, especially when it comes to your goals, your bigger ideals. Yeah, there's the 10 of Pentacles and the Devil. The Devil doesn't always have to be doom and gloom and negative. The Devil can talk about tenacity. It can talk about determination to what? 10 of Pentacles. Get everything that you've ever wanted. And then we have the Knight of Swords backing that up. And then we have your Major Arcana here. So it's like, you know, it doesn't get much better than that. I do think that there's going to be some issues with trust here, which is what I want to see. Tell me about that Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, it gave me 3. The King of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see you at this time, like, not really sure where you fit in at, or even if you need to, not really being sure who's really there for you or who's there for something else. So I want to say listen to your intuition, but I also want to say speaking to a counselor at this time, working with people that maybe have gone through similar like crisis or grief or something, right? Maybe you've like lost somebody or something. I'm not saying you're going to lose somebody. Maybe you've lost somebody in the past that's still affecting you, when you end up coming together with like-minded people or people that have been through similar things, which makes you very much feel a part of a group. I can see that as well. But you're definitely chasing your dreams and your aspirations, and not only that, but you're having a victory in it. And I think that along the way, if you guys are single, there could be people that take an interest in you, that like you, that think you're attractive or whatever the case is. I do want to say, make sure of like being like, don't get into any like pyramid schemes or shady shit. Okay. I know that's more like Neptunian. But be careful of like any kind of like shady, like, oh, if you put in this much money and you did it, you know, be careful of that. House 3, trickery. I told you, what did I say? Nothing will come of this situation. What do you mean? Or what are we worried about that will happen? The 9 of Swords. There's something that you're really stressed out about, and it's telling you to relax. Easier said than done, right? Didn't I say something about paranoias? I feel like you guys are very paranoid about something or somebody. But your advice is to look at the way that you're thinking about things and the way that you're communicating, even in your own brain, and how that's actually affecting you in the way that you're thinking, the way that you are going through your life. And it can also be telling you to join some kind of group or around your local community that could really help you. But the thing that you keep freaking out about, to me, that thing is not going to happen. So it's telling you to try to relax because your mind is likely playing tricks on you about something because of a crisis or because of things that you've been through in the past. Okay. So Leo, thank you so much. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at ViolettaAlexis.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Hey Virgos, how are you guys doing? If you are just here for the astrology transits, your rising sign is going to be most accurate, your sun secondarily. If you're just here for the tarot, well, that can be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Keep in mind that if you want to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on my website at ViolettaAlexis.com. So let's go ahead and take a look at your ingress, or Jupiter, hello, Jupiter's ingress into Gemini. Show me Virgo for Jupiter's ingress into Gemini from 2024 to 2025. The Hangman in reverse. Keep in mind, for my Virgo risings, Jupiter does rule your 4th house of home and family, your living situation. And Jupiter also rules your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships, but it will be transiting your 10th house of career, reputation, and public status. So let's see here. It could be partner changes, public status changes, the world, some kind of completion going on here. The Hierophant. Ooh, okay. The Sun. Love that. The 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. We're really raising the standard, is what it looks like. It looks like you're really raising the standard for yourself and moving on from an old standard, or potentially moving on from something that you used to be invested in. The Hangman in reverse is here, so this is making me feel like you're having a hard time kind of letting go of something, but I feel like you're starting to gain perspective of what it is that you need to let go of. This is Pisces, the Hangman, so maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's your way of thinking about relationships, right? Jupiter and Gemini, it's about big picture versus the details. So it's like maybe you're kind of opening up your mind about those things, gaining a different perspective around even your living situation, where you want to live or who you want to be out in the world. I love the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups here. This tells me that for my single Virgos, you could be very inspired by a person that comes into your life, or a lot of you are going to fall in love, change your relationship status, go from single to married, go from dating to in a relationship, whatever the thing is. And I see, though, with that World to that Hierophant, this can be about taking a relationship to the next level, is what I want to say. Some of you could absolutely travel, okay? Some of you could travel. Some of you could decide to live in a foreign country or another place or do a lot of traveling. But the world there with the Hierophant can be a higher level of commitment. So maybe you are finally solidifying something, or maybe you're just traveling with a partner. Maybe you are moving for a partner. Maybe a partner is moving for you if it's some kind of long distance thing. But what I love about this is that the Sun is at the end, which tells me that probably by the end of this ingress, you are going to be the happiest probably that you have been in a really long time, or even potentially that you've ever been. I see you being incredibly grounded, knowing what it is that you want to accomplish when it comes to love, when it comes to religion, spirituality. You know, maybe some of you become some kind of spiritual leader, you know, or maybe a partner does, because Jupiter does rule your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So maybe a partner, like, you know, becomes famous or something, right? Jupiter ruling your 10th house. Maybe a partner becomes famous, or maybe you make a partner famous, or a partner makes you famous, or there's some kind of like in the public eye about you and a partner that is going on. And I mean, it's a really beautiful energy. I do want to see that Hangman in reverse though. The 10 of Swords. Oh yeah, something's completing. Woo! Something is completing. It is done. So, you know, the Hangman in reverse, this can represent where we refuse to let go of something. So then it's like the 10 of Swords is like, well, now it's going to hurt so bad that you're going to be forced to let go. Okay. And I don't want that to scare you guys. I feel like it's something that's likely already happened, but where you refuse to let go before, something's kind of like dragging your knuckles across the concrete, like, no, it's time to let go. Like, how bad do you want it to hurt before you realize it's just not happening? You know, what other perspective do you need that you don't already have? And with that Ace of Wands, this to me is a huge level of inspiration. Like, you finally, after being forced to, or after doing the letting go, you finally have this moment where you see the forest for the trees, you are feeling inspired by what has occurred, you're drawing up new boundaries, you know, you have this level of confidence about you, and I feel like you're falling in love, or the relationship that you have, maybe it's evolving to the next level, like I stated before. I do want to see that World card as well. Tell me about the World. The Page of Pentacles. There could be something financial that's happening here. Something financial, something in regards to business. Like I stated, maybe you and a partner are going into business. And I see a lot of effort being put into whatever this is, but it's so much, it very much makes me feel like there's a higher level of commitment, or just a higher overall blessing that's happening. Gemini is your advice with direction. And a fiery climax approaches. So there's something that has to complete here. Like I stated, this is full moon in Aries. Something has to complete in regards to you and a partner, or in regards to your social standing in some way. And it's about you needing to decide, well, which direction do you need to go? Which direction do we need to go? Let me see. The Eight of Pentacles, you really need to raise the standard. You have to put the work in, because while Jupiter is great, right? We love Jupiter. Jupiter is still debilitated in Gemini. Why? Because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which is the opposite of Gemini. So it doesn't do the best in Gemini. So it's saying like, I'm going to give you a blessing, but not without the work. So there has to be maybe some relational work that you have to do. If you want to move, if you want to sell a house, or you want to move in, like you have to genuinely put in the work. And then, it's kind of like, how parents, not my parents, but you know how some parents will be like, oh, if you put this much down on a car, I'll match you, or whatever. I kind of feel like that's somewhat Jupiter and Gemini a little bit, okay? So keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Virgo. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a tarot reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now. Hello, Libras. How are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter in Gemini ingress that is occurring on May 25th and is going to be going through Gemini for the better part of a year into 2025. Keep in mind that if you're just here for the astrology, you want to make sure that you're checking for your rising sign, which is going to be most accurate, secondarily your sun. And then if you're just here for the tarot, you can make sure to check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. So let's go ahead and take a look at these cards for you, Libra. What's happening for Libra? So Libra, Jupiter is going to be ingressing or transiting your 9th house. Jupiter loves being in the 9th house. It does very well in the 9th house. It doesn't do so well, however, all right, I don't need all of those. Thank you so much. It doesn't do so well, however, in Gemini, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which is the opposite sign of Gemini, but it still does beautifully in the 9th house. And you guys have a completely reversed chart because Aries rising is the natural first house, and so Aries is your opposite. So if you're a Libra rising, it's gonna, all those houses are kind of reversed anyway. Jupiter does rule your 3rd house of short distance travel, trips, writing. There can be something that you're publishing. There can be some like documents that you're getting ready for in regards to some kind of legal situation that maybe you're going through. I also see this as, with Jupiter ruling your 6th house, a lot of you are going to be traveling for work or working abroad in some way. So let's see here. The World, the Death card. We're making changes. We're ending something. Something's going to end so something new can begin is what this looks like to me. Now, the 7 of Cups, we can be like a little confused about what we're doing, right? We don't know where we're going. We don't know what path we're on. We just know that we have to move on from something in order to have, something else. Now, I like that the 2 of Wands is here because this tells me that you have some kind of game plan. There's some kind of game plan that you have that you're going for. You don't really know where you're going, but you know that you're going, and you know that you have to move on from something else, or you have to get to the next stage. So maybe that's like, okay, yes, I wrote this book. Now I need to get an editor, and so now it's like, with the 2 of Wands going from the 3 of Wands, it's like, all right, we wrote the thing. We have to get the money to hire somebody that can, 6th house can be like somebody that you hire for help. So maybe somebody's here to help you edit a book, or, help you publish a website, or help you edit a website, or some kind of graphic designer to help you launch something. But I like that the 2 of Wands is there with the 3 of Wands, because this tells me that there's some kind of progress going on. I do think that with that 7 of Cups, this can represent like illusions, delusion, living in fantasy land, absolutely. But, Jupiter in the 9th house, why not? You know what I mean? Sometimes you need a little bit of delusion to get to the next step, because without it, if we're just thinking realistically all the time, we never reach for the stars. Sometimes we reach for the stars and we end up catching the moon. The Devil is there. I'm not really sure what that is quite yet. We are going to check it out. Maybe it is some kind of legality that we're needing to get through or whatever, but just keep in mind that while Jupiter is great, it's very benefic, blah, 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 it does great in the 9th house. It doesn't do great in Gemini, okay? So it's debilitated there. So there are going to be some big decisions that you're going to need to make that, may feel kind of rough. The 6th house sucks as well. I have a stellium in the 6th house, so I know that the 6th house sucks sometimes, but it's necessary. It's something that we need to do that's necessary, and Jupiter rules your 6th house. So keep that in mind. That Page of Cups is here. This almost feels like help to me in some way, like somebody's giving you like a little gift, or, a little tidbit or something like that. Like maybe you're doing some kind of, maybe there is a legality, and you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I went through a court case, and the cops were completely lying on what actually happened. It's really crazy what authority can lie about and get away with. But luckily, somebody that was there during that time knew a friend of mine and gave me the video, because they had pulled out their camera to record everything. And it was like, oh my God, we're good. And I ended up winning the case. So it can be something like that little extra boom, So I do want to see here, we have the Death card, the 4 of Wands, the Death. Something is changing so that way you can complete something, or you are changing so that way you can complete something and like begin again. I do want to see that 7 of Cups. The Justice card. Yeah, maybe some of you are not really sure about a legality. You don't really know what's going on, but I feel like you're going to have somebody here who's very determined, who knows the law, if that's what it is, somebody who knows what to do, somebody who knows how to get you through something that's going to help you. It could be like a mentor, okay? It could be a mentor of some sort. For some of you, you're traveling for work as well, or you have somebody here that's teaching you It could be higher education as well. But I feel like something is going to, like a decision is going to be made that's very, very fair. And it's like where things may have felt hazy or something like that, I feel like we're coming out on top in the end. I do also want to see that devil. Tell me about that devil energy. The World. So something that we wanted to complete, something that we wanted to finish. I don't feel like this is a negative. Give me one more on that devil. The Queen of Cups. Interesting. Do you have a lover that's like mad at you or something? I don't know if this is like a lover that's like obsessed with you or you're obsessed with somebody else. For some of you, you're traveling for love or you meet love during your travel or something like that. Okay, I could see that. This could also be just like sex. Keep that in mind. But it could be sex that maybe turns into something more. I'm not telling you to go out and sleep with people. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But I also see this sense of awareness, an awareness that something is complete. Your heart is very much attached to something that you desire. And you're doing the necessary steps to go out and get it. What are we getting? The Wheel of Fortune? Something in regard, that's Jupiter. Something in regards to law, something in regards to education. It's something that your heart is attached to, though. Okay. You have House 4, Wrath. Be bold and make the first move. Okay. So this is about your emotions. This is about things from the past that maybe even still haunt you till this day. You know, maybe needing to focus on spirituality a little bit. Maybe something in regards to spirituality or maybe traveling away from your home is going to help you realize a lot of things. Sometimes it just takes another perspective by changing where we're at. You know, sometimes we just, like if we're playing chess, right, we got to kind of move around the board to like see things from a different angle. And I'm kind of getting something like that, but this is about you taking emotional accountability for yourself and your own emotional well-being, because there's some kind of big lesson to be learned here. And it could be about the way you're communicating. It could be about the way that you're thinking and how your past contributes to that. But you're needing to take initiative this year, especially when it comes to higher education, trips, travel, publishing, writing, websites, editing, things like that. Your dharma, your path, spirituality, religion, whatever the thing is, your work. And make sure that you focus on that and you channel any kind of wrath you may have in a positive direction. Okay, so thank you so much, Libra. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a tarot reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey Scorpios, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Jupiter and Gemini that's going to be ingressing in Gemini on May 25th for the better part of a year. If you're just here for the astrology, well, make sure that you're checking for your rising sign, which is going to be most accurate, and your sun sign secondarily. If you're just here for the tarot, well, obviously you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for a full picture. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have in store for you. Keep in mind that Jupiter is going to be transiting your 8th house of death, sex, taxes, partners, resources, change, and transformation. It can also be about a psychological transformation as well. However, Jupiter does rule your 2nd house and your 5th house. So this can be a big change in regards to a partner's resources, something very beneficial. This can be a big change in regards to children or something going on with your children. This can also be about an inheritance potentially. For some of you, maybe you're getting an inheritance. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles that pops up. A lot of you guys are taking your power back or taking your power in some kind of situation. We have the 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. For some of you, there could be some kind of loss of a partnership. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. You know, there can just be a change. I don't even really want to call it a loss, but there can be a change. with that Hermit there to the Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups, there's a lot of focusing on the past and how that's essentially translated into your sense of self-worth and self-value, or how you perceive love, because this is Venus, and what you've really learned about yourself in the process. I see you learning a lot about yourself during this Jupiter in Gemini ingress in your 8th house. And this can also be a lot about your self-worth and your self-esteem, right? Because Jupiter represents your 2nd house of self-esteem. This can also be you spending a lot of money on a partner, you coming into business or coming into a financial business with somebody else. Now, I see you guys maybe also spending some alone time, or maybe some alone time with a partner. But this to me is a huge psychological transformation, if anything. And there's going to be some decisions that you're going to have to make in regards to healing a financial situation. Maybe you and your partner healing a financial situation. You know, if there's some kind of divorce or something like that, I feel like things will be somewhat fair. But this could also be a huge glow up in regards to a partner's finances as well. You could be spending some money on a partner, etc. I kind of want to look at that 5 of Cups, though, and see what that's about. Why is that 5 of Cups there? The 10 of Cups. Yeah, it could be a loss of a relationship of some sort. But this is the thing, right? There's that self-worth and self-value that I was talking about. I do think that if you guys are having some kind of divorce, or you're having some kind of breakup or something like that, then I see this just essentially is a time for you to go at it on your own in some way. Change the things that you can and leave the rest to God. And I feel like a lot of you guys are either resolving something with a partner, like for instance, maybe you guys are going to therapy, or maybe you're having some sexual healing, right? That can be the 8th and the 5th house combination. And it seems to be maybe making the relationship better if you are continuing a relationship. I see you and a partner really focusing on the emotional health, yes, of a relationship. Having a lot of sex is definitely, it might be one of the things that's going on. But I also see more of a focus on the material. I see a focus on the legacy. I see a focus on long-term success and the investments that we're making to get there. And so I really think that this could also be you helping a partner in regards to their own self-esteem, or them helping you, or it can go both ways, and you guys really being a cheerleader for each other in some way. I could see that happening as well. But this can also be you and a partner merging together, whether that's psychologically, spiritually, sexually. Maybe we're having sex with our partner and then somebody gets pregnant. I could see that happening as well. Especially with the 5th house ruler going into the 8th, I could see something like that. I could see a huge transformation happening with a child or with a business, something changing for the better. Now, you are going to have to put in the work, as will a partner. A partner is also going to have to put in the work, and keep in mind that this doesn't always have to be a romantic partner. This can be, maybe it's a therapist, maybe it's a therapist. Maybe it is a business partner of some sort. I want to see that 4 of Swords as well. Tell me about that 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords has the 6 of Swords in reverse, and the Hermit is the 8 of Cups. Some of you are going at it alone, and starting over, letting go. Some of you are going to go at it alone, because I see that 8 of Cups with the Hermit there. So that could absolutely be the case. Some of you guys just may choose to do your own thing or focus on you. And it could be a partner's doing that as well. Keep that in mind. But ultimately, this is going to make you understand things more, get you a little bit more clear-headed. Yes, are there things in the past that hurt? Absolutely. Are there things that we can't change? Absolutely, of course. But you're going to see why this has already happened, or why this is happening now, because this is where you're going. With that Emperor and that 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups is great. Absolutely. Emotional fulfillment, emotional support, yada, 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 right? But the 10 of Pentacles is like everything you could have ever wanted. So it's almost like a trade one in for the other, right? Gemini can be about 2s. So maybe it is about something like that. Or maybe it's just a difference in stocks or investments that you're making. But with that 4 of Swords and the 6 of Swords in reverse, this is kind of using discernment. Some of you are seeing a psychologist or a therapist or something like that and doing some psychological healing, which I feel like is going to help you move forward. You have Earth resistance. Whoops. And your hard work is paying off. Yeah, so I feel like if you are doing any psychological work, if you are doing financial work, if you're working with a CPA, if you're working with a financial advisor about taking risks, or, you know, if you're working with a partner, whatever it is around business or something like that, or even just a transformation of the relationship, it's saying, like, stay grounded. You know, it may get a little bit worse before it gets better, right? Because let's be real, it is a house of crisis, okay? It still is a house of crisis, but with Jupiter there, it means that in the end, you're going to see why this happened. And I don't want you to think it's all like doom and gloom and da-da-da-da. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. It's still positive, but you have to do the work. You have to stay grounded, and potentially you and another person are needing to work together to merge something or to potentially even separate, okay? So thank you so much, Scorpio. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Hey, Sagittarius, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter in Gemini transit tarot prediction reading that is starting on May 25th and will continue for the better part of a year. Keep in mind that this is a big deal for you guys. Jupiter is your ruling planet, so you're going to be very affected by this, as is Pisces risings and Gemini absolutely as well, because Jupiter is obviously the ruler of Pisces and Sagittarius and transiting Gemini. So keep in mind that if you're looking just for your astrology transits, then make sure you're looking for your rising sign, secondarily your sun. Those are going to be most accurate. If you're just here for your tarot, well, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, okay? And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.violettaalexis.com. So you guys are going to be having Jupiter transiting your 7th house of one-on-one relationships, whether this is business partnerships or whether this is an intimate relationship. Jupiter is obviously your ruler. So I feel like with Jupiter on the opposite axis in your 7th, I feel like this is going to be you guys really merging with a partner or coming together with a partner, being very focused on a partner, helping benefit a partner in some way. And I feel like you and somebody else are very much growing together. Now, Jupiter also rules your 4th house of home and family. So for some of you, this could absolutely be like you starting a family, you moving with a partner, you know, you helping a partner move with you. Whatever the case is, it looks pretty positive. Now, of course, you know, Jupiter doesn't do the best, right, in Gemini, because Jupiter is the ruler of you, okay, and in its opposite sign, your opposite sign is Gemini, so Jupiter doesn't do the best in the 7th, in Gemini, but it's still going to be positive. You guys are just going to have to put the work into whatever that may be, okay? So for some of you, you could be working with a therapist. I could see you working with an astrologer or something like that, or landing some clients. So let's go ahead and take a look. Show me Sagittarius, the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, the Hermit, the 7 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Oh, don't need all those. Thank you, though. And the 2 of Swords in reverse, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Yeah, so working with somebody that you have a common goal with. Somebody here is going to be the teacher, though, and somebody here is going to be the student. And for a lot of you, you're Jupiter. I feel like you're going to be teaching somebody else something or putting somebody under your wing, potentially, for some of you. Could be something to do with family members as well, so keep that in mind. But then you have this 7 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, the Hermit card. Okay, so, you know, we're focusing on the good of the group. You and another person trying to problem solve, trying to get past this 5 of Wands to the 6 of Wands, which is success. With that Hermit there, we could be spending more time alone sometimes, or feeling like we're needing to create that sacred space for ourselves. And you're learning a lot about you, I think, through another person. The 7 of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles to the 2 of Swords in reverse. Well, we're finally making a decision to invest in something. Invest in learning, investing in teaching, investing in merging with another person. But, you know, dotting our I's, crossing our T's, so that way we can, you know, get to get to where it is that we're going. And like I said, for some of you, it can absolutely be something about a home. Okay, maybe we're trying to move. Maybe we're trying to buy a house with a partner. Maybe we're working with a realtor. It can be a lot of different. Maybe we're working with a lawyer. I mean, I have no idea what your thing is. I do want to take a look at this Seven of Swords. Tell me about this. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, so there's a lot that we're getting done, and we might be kind of doing it like low key. You know, the fourth house, Jupiter ruling your fourth house. The fourth house is more private. So this can be maybe something that we're kind of doing in private with another person, something that you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to get to the tail end of it. And I want to say that Five of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, we're maybe having arguments around investments or in regards to saving money, spending money, doing what it is that we need to do in order to purchase something new or in order to complete whatever level of responsibility this is. The Seven of Swords is focusing on not just me. It's not just about me. It's about us, right? And that Five of Wands, there could be arguments that you're having between you and another person, but you may get to this point where you're like, well, I got to trust myself on this. Or a partner's like, I got to trust myself on this. But I like that Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about that Seven of Pentacles. You're clearly, it seems like a lot of problem solving more than anything. The Six of Swords, maybe we're moving on from one investment to another, something that we have been mentally, financially, emotionally focused on. We could be moving on from one thing to be able to put into another. And then we have that Page of Pentacles. So what are we doing? The King of Cups, we're invested in love. You know, we can't be invested in love. We can be learning a lot from another person or somebody's learning a lot from you. Two of Swords in reverse. What's this decision that we're making? Jesus Christ. I just don't need that many. Okay. What's that Two of Swords in reverse, please, for Sagittarius? The High Priestess. We're listening to our intuition is what we're doing and what our highest potential is and what we think is the wisest idea when it comes to the new financial beginnings that we're potentially having. But you're learning a lot from another person or somebody's learning a lot from you. And this is somebody... The Page of Pentacles, didn't I say that there was like somebody who was more of a student and somebody who was more of a teacher? I'm kind of getting that vibe here. Like somebody's more the teacher, and it doesn't like literally have to be a teacher. It's just metaphorical. And so I feel like we're getting a lot out of this. We're finally leaving something else behind in order to invest or put an effort into this other thing because it's going to help us reach our highest potential. House 5, love that. Freedom, yeah. It's time to take action. So I absolutely love this. I mean, this is your vibe. This is your advice. This is saying have fun with it, you know? Have fun with it. Don't take, you know, stuff too seriously. Obviously, I'm not saying that there are not some things that you have to take seriously, obviously, right? Use discernment. But it's like, have fun, be free. Allow this to be a really good time for you. Have fun, take the risks, be free, go out and do things, you know, start that business with a partner. Maybe it's an at-home business that you want to do, whatever the thing, the time is now with that new moon in Aries energy right here. So thank you so much, Sagittarius. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a tarot reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye for now. Hey Capricorns, how are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter in Gemini tarot predictions. That's going to start on May 25th and going to continue for the better part of a year. Keep in mind that if you're just here for the astrology, then checking for your rising sign first will be most accurate, your sun sign secondarily, and if you're here just for the tarot, well, you can check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Keep in mind that you guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. So you guys are going to be having Jupiter transiting your 6th house. So this can be about work. This can be about health. This can be about projects that you're working on. This can be about coworkers, pets, tenancies, leases, some kind of contracts or agreements, especially because Jupiter does rule your 3rd house of contracts and agreements. Maybe you are hiring somebody to help you build a website. Maybe you are working on a writing project with somebody else. Maybe it has something to do with mental health, being that Jupiter also rules your 12th house. Maybe you're letting go of a job, or maybe you are, because Jupiter ruling your 12th house can be about endings. So maybe you are hiring somebody to help you finish something or complete something due to some kind of health or work. Maybe you were getting some advice from, like, maybe you go in for a checkup or something and one doctor tells you another thing, but then you go and you get a second opinion, right? That can be Gemini. And then it kind of opens up your mind to how to problem solve something or to finally let go of some kind of health issue. For some of you, maybe you're hiring a personal trainer. There can be changes in regards to where you're living as well. I could see you guys letting go of some kind of lease, or you guys moving into a different neighborhood. And like I stated before, also hiring some kind of help in some way. And also when it comes to your habits, like your day-to-day habits, I see those changing as well for the better. So let's go ahead and take a look. Show me Capricorn. Sorry, that looks so disorganized. What's going on for Capricorn? The Seven of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The Four of Swords in reverse. That's kind of funny. I'll tell you why in a second. The Six of Cups. I heard blessing in disguise. The Six of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups and the Empress. Well, yeah, somebody could definitely be getting pregnant, sure. So, Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. So what do we have here? This is definitely you guys, something maybe happening that could be a little surprising with that Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands can be like something that you don't expect. And it can be something that kind of comes out of nowhere, which can also be, the 12th house, Jupiter ruling your 12th house. So it can be something that comes out of nowhere, something that you didn't realize was going to be an opportunity or something you didn't realize you were going to have to do. I do feel like because your 3rd and your 6th house are directly related to this transit, it's going to be very busy for you. The 3rd house and the 6th house are the busiest houses, in my humble opinion, and you are going to feel like you're running all over the place. So I could feel like you guys maybe needing to dish out some money, or there's an opportunity to make money in some way. You could be minding your own business and, somebody's jealous of you or somebody says something about you, maybe at work or something like that. That kind of throws you for a loop. But more so, I just feel like this is you maintaining your status, you maintaining your job, you maintaining order and work and routine and things like that. And I see your money doing really, really well, but it's probably because you're hauling ass and putting in a lot of work. I could also see this as love in the workplace, maybe for some of you. Sure, that could be it if you're single or something like that. Maybe you and a partner working on a project together, or because the 12th house can talk about creativity, right? That can talk about like videography, right? Video, which can also be TikTok, movies, YouTube, something like that, or some kind of creative project, maybe acting. 3rd house is there, a writing project, a podcast. I could see you and another person maybe trying to maintain something like that or trying to create something like that together. Now we have the 4 swords in reverse, the 6 of cups, and the 6 of pentacles. Well, I like to see 2 6s in here. That's success to me in tarot. There could be some things that you're a little bit stressed out about. It could be around children for some of you. It could be around something to do with the past. That can also be the 12th house, like still feeling like you're stressed out about something. The 4 of swords talks about like, your mental health and healing. And I see that it's in the reverse, which tells me that maybe you're having a little bit of trouble. Like maybe you feel like you need to rest and relax more. This can be like, I'm so busy. I'm just so freaking tapped out. So if you feel like you need help, which can talk about the 6 of pentacles, don't be afraid to ask for it. I feel like that's kind of what's going on. Tell me about that 4 of swords real quick. The 9 of cups, the 10 of swords in reverse. You're trying to get to where you're going, but it's taking a lot of work, like I said. And that 9 of cups is Jupiter energy. And this can be about like, okay, we're needing to evolve, or we're needing to finally let go of something in order to evolve. So what can that something be? That can be a smoking habit. That can be, procrastination. It can be some kind of habit that is stopping you from getting what you want. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit of, yes, you're going to be working and you're going to be doing a lot of it, but It's going to show you how your routine needs to change in order for you. Like, it could be something as simple as time management. In order for you to have a better overall life, the foundation for your life can kind of be found in the sixth house a little bit. You know, this is like where we wake up, we brush our teeth, we go to the gym, we make sure that we have time for ourselves, we da. So there can be a lot around this. And I feel like you have help from somebody, like somebody that's helping you take action, somebody that's helping you make decisions, etc. So that looks really good. I want to get one more on that Seven of Wands just because I'm curious. Okay, I didn't mean to take all of those. Nope, just don't need that many. Tell me about that Seven of... Oh my God, why is it giving me so many cards? Tell me about that Seven of Wands. The Hangman. Wow. So the Hangman is clarifying this Seven of Wands. For some of you, it's about you letting go of some of the responsibility of maintaining something in your life. And I think that you're kind of going to have to. Like, you're kind of going to have to, like, trust people or learn how to trust people or finding the people that you essentially can trust because things are changing. And I don't feel like you can do it on your own. You have trine, you have survival, and have faith in your dreams. So it's like, just keep plugging along. Like, you're doing fine. You have everything that you need to survive. I think that you're going to have a lot more blessings than you think. But Jupiter in Gemini is debilitated. So it's like, it's not just going to like be dropped at your doorsteps all the time. You do have to do work. But I think that it's almost like this sense of what I'm getting with that trine, because this is something that can fall in your lap. I feel like you're going to get more than you bargained for in a positive way, but you have to have faith. Okay, I know, right? But that can be Jupiter. That can be Jupiter. It's like, you got to have faith. So thank you so much, Capricorn. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and the best of luck to you. Bye for now. Hello, Aquarius. How are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter and Gemini Tarot Predictions. It's going to start on May 25th and is going to continue for the better part of a year. Keep in mind that if you're just here for the astrology, always make sure that you're looking for your rising sign first, your sun sign secondarily. If you're here for the tarot, well, you can stick around for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. And you guys can always book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. So you guys are going to be having Jupiter in Gemini transiting your fifth house. This is awesome. This is awesome. Now, Jupiter doesn't do the best in Gemini. But it is going to do great in the fifth house. Okay, so the fifth house is about entertainment, risks, fun, having a good time, sex, younger people. It can be something that's happening in a child's life or a younger person's life. It can be that you're being very supportive of a younger person or a dating partner in your life. You could have multiple options, right, Gemini? You could have options in regards to love. For some of you, it can absolutely be about you and somebody else having a child here, or somebody getting pregnant. You could be spending a lot more money on joy and fun, or spending a lot more money on a child or on partners or something like that. This is a lot of fun for you. Like, I'm so excited for you, Aquarius. This is a really fun, exciting transit. You guys are going to be going out there, cutting the rug or whatever that stupid ass saying is, and having a good ass time. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot cards say for you. Show me Aquarius for this Jupiter and Gemini ingress that's happening from May 2024. King of Wands. Okay. Well, this can be about like entrepreneurship. Some of you guys are spending money on like an online business or something like that. Then we have the Lovers. Could be spending, ooh, damn, Six of Wands, the Lovers. You and a partner could be getting a lot of attention, or somebody that you're dating could be getting a lot of attention. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Don't overdo it is what I want to say. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, don't overdo it. You could overdo it. You could like overstep. That's, you know, that can be Jupiter and Gemini. The Hangman in reverse. You could be overstepping a little bit, you know, and kind of screw it up. Yeah, Four of Cups, Page of Wands. So, like, be cautious, right? So maybe you're the one that's getting money spent on them, right? Maybe that's what it is, okay? Maybe, you know, you're spending a lot of money on somebody else. Be careful with that, because you could end up being like, damn, I didn't really get where I wanted to go with that. Okay. You could end up feeling like it was a bad investment or something. So there will be a lesson to be learned. That can be Jupiter, right? Saturn isn't the only planet that gives lessons. Jupiter does as well. So keep in mind with that. You could be feeling super confident, loving the attention that somebody is giving you, just to find out that like, ugh, they were using you, or you could be using somebody else, right? So just word of caution, be careful with that. But it's still positive, okay? So I don't want you freaking out. I think that a lot of you are going to venture out, have this new humble beginning, be excited to go after the things that you want, which is all well and good. But for some of you, I really want to say practice being grateful, okay? Practice being grateful, because it could be like everything's just coming to you and everything feels so wonderful, and then it's like, oh, then you kind of become a little jaded or a little like spoiled, or, and then when that happens and you're living in that energy, then you start to lose the things that you love. I'm not a big fan of this, that King of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Although I think that something is ending in regards to that King of Pentacles in reverse. So if you guys have been spending too much money to prove yourself, or you've been feeling like you need somebody else to financially survive, or somebody's been using you, I feel like that's going to end, whether you want it to or not, which is good, right? We don't want all that crap. I do want to see this Ten of Swords though. The Empress and the Nine of Wands. Well, that can talk about self-esteem, that can talk about self-esteem. That can talk about coming out on top. This can talk about, implementing boundaries, keeping our boundaries with people. And you may be needing to do that, or somebody's needing to do that with you. Okay. One or the other. But I think that your self-esteem is very much evolving, in my personal opinion. And I do feel like the things that you felt like you couldn't let go of before, you're simply letting go of now. So it's like an ending of a cycle. Yeah, I told you. The Death card with that Hangman in reverse. It's like when you're trying not to let go, you're trying not to let go, but it's like the universe is like, no, we need change. We need change in this department of our life. Okay. But with that King of Wands and that Six of Wands and the Lovers, I do feel like a lot of you guys are just like loving the attention. Like, I feel like you guys are absolutely loving the attention, but I do think that for some of you, you're going to end up catching some great eyes. Okay. But also the wrong eyes, right? So when we're out there, we're putting ourselves out there, especially if you're gaining like some kind of recognition or fame or something like that with that Six of Wands. It can be that a lot of eyes are on you, and they're not always good eyes, right? They're not always good. So just be cautious. I feel like it's going to teach you about self-esteem. It's going to teach you about boundaries and priorities and things of that nature, especially when it comes to other people, or boundaries when it comes to budgeting or spending money, okay, and taking financial risks. So we have House 11 for your advice with play. Love that. And look at the bigger picture. Well, House 11 is kind of about the bigger picture, and this says full moon in Sagittarius, which we're about to have on the 23rd. So maybe you're going to get a hint about like what's going on around that time for you. This is about having fun when it comes to like your friends, your groups, your communities, inviting yourself around like-minded people. I also want to say that try to not get focused or bogged down on the details of something, or making it all about me, okay? Because that can also be the 5th house, right? Now, you guys are Aquarius, so you guys naturally rule the 11th house. So make it more about we and the community and inviting other people in, and not making it so much about you, because there's something about friends, groups, or communities that you're going to need in order to get your aspirations or achieve your goals, okay? So thank you so much, Aquarius. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys can always book a tarot reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Thank you guys so much, and the best of luck to you. Bye for now. Hello, Pisces. How are you guys doing? Welcome to your Jupiter in Gemini. That's starting on May 25th. Tarot predictions. This is going to last for the better part of a year. Jupiter is going to be moving in to your 4th house of home, family, relationship to your mother, nostalgia, the past, your childhood, etc. And Jupiter does rule you. So this is going to be a big deal for you guys. Jupiter also rules your 10th house of career and reputation. So this is interesting to me. I think that you guys are probably moving. Okay, you guys are probably moving. It could be that you're needing to move for work. Maybe you have some new job that you got, or maybe you have a promotion, but it's going to require you to move. I could definitely see this as maybe for some of you deciding to focus more on home and family life and not so much career. For some of you, you could start working from home. I could see that as well. If you guys are retired, I just see a lot of focus on family and what you're trying to achieve when it comes to family, what you're trying to achieve when it comes to your emotions, becoming more vulnerable, allowing yourself to be more vulnerable, healing a relationship with a family member, with one of your parents. I could see that. I feel like there's a lot going on in regards to building an emotional structure in your life that makes you feel safe, that makes you feel like you can be transparent and honest with somebody, with yourself even. And you guys are spending a lot of time like in the home is what I want to say. You could even be doing things like, working on projects at home, things that you want to put out there into the world. Maybe you're working on some kind of creative project. Maybe you're making TikToks, Jupiter does rule Pisces. You're Pisces. Pisces can be about like TikToks and, YouTube and creativity and things like that. Maybe there's a lot more creativity going on in the home as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at these tarot cards. So, tell me what's freaking water. Tell me what's going on for not Gemini. Tell me what's going on for Pisces, for Jupiter's ingress into Gemini. The Ten of Swords. Don't freak out. Relax. The Page of Pentacles. I just don't need all those cards, but thanks. All right. So the Ten of Swords. Jesus. This just does not want to work with me today. So then we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Magician. We have the King of Swords. And I just need one more. Well, I guess it's going to give us two. So here we are. Okay. The Six of Wands and the Sun. Wow. I feel like you guys are becoming a little bit of a star within your own family. Do you know what I mean by that? Like you guys end up being like the favorite parent, or you're getting a lot of attention from your family members, or maybe in the community that you live in of some sort. I see this is really positive. I do want to see before I look. I see the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So yeah, becoming very popular in your community, in your hometown or with your family of some sort, being very expressive, feeling very content within your own skin. Tell me about that Ten of Swords. Tell me about that Ten of Swords, please. The Eight of Wands. For some of you, this definitely can be about you being done with something that you were actively pursuing before. Yeah, see, here's the ending. There was something that maybe you were pursuing, maybe in regards to some kind of achievement that you were trying to get. Maybe you're blocking something or someone out of your life. Jupiter's great, but it also doesn't do so well in Gemini. So for some of you, it could be that you're kind of closing out a connection with a family member, maybe somebody that was toxic or something like that. For some of you, it's just that you're moving. Okay, this can just be something as simple as we're just moving. Now, I see that the Page of Pentacles is here with the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're becoming a homemaker. Okay, maybe you're becoming a homemaker. Maybe you are making things in the home. Maybe you're being more creative in the home. Maybe you're building an at-home business. Maybe you are trying to do things like I stated before. Like maybe you're making TikToks, you're becoming a YouTuber, something like that, or doing something creative within the home. But I feel like with that Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, there's something about you guys actually making money off of it, or for others of you, this is more about a focus on taking care of yourself, feeling good about you, feeling good in your own skin, taking time with children, hanging out with a mother figure, healing a relationship with a mother figure. However, I will say with that Magician and that King of Swords to the Six of Wands to the Sun. I absolutely love this because it tells me that you're taking some kind of talent, gift, skill, or ability, and you are actually getting advice about it, or you know exactly where to direct that energy. And for some reason, you're getting some kind of public recognition because of something that you're doing in the home, is what I think. Because Jupiter does rule your 10th house. This can be where we are recognized. Your reputation can be changing. Your social status, maybe you were not a parent and now you are. Maybe you were not a homeowner and now you are. You know, it can be something like that. But I really, really think that maybe you guys are doing some education within the home as well. Maybe you're learning things in the home. You're learning about things in the home. Maybe you're educating yourself to become this thing that you want to become, whatever this is, and then you end up being like a huge success at it. So to me, this is you guys doing a lot in your private life to be able to accomplish something that you're going to end up accomplishing. Could be something creative, but whatever it is, you're going to be very well known or popular for it, is what it looks like. House 6 is your advice with abundance and surrender to the divine. So I kind of want to say like a little bit of faith can go a long way. There can be something about this telling you to focus on your routine, make sure that you have a solid routine, make sure that you're getting up at a good time, making sure you're managing your time make sure that you're managing your time properly. There could be some kind of project that this is also telling you to make sure that you work on. Ask for help if you need it. Ask help from family members, especially if you're busy or something, because I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of abundance, money, prosperity, whatever the case is, or emotional fulfillment okay? So thank you so much, Pisces. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Excuse me. You guys can always book a tarot reading with me at ViolettaAlexis.com. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.